the replica opcounters can also show things that you might not expect. So let's explore that a little bit more. Let's say you do a single delete. So you've got a primary here, you've got multiple secondaries, and what you want to do is the equivalent of, a delete. If we go back to our SQL syntax, we're going to delete star from table. And this would be a db.call remove in MongoDB parlance. Well, you're going to remove an awful lot of records in a single operation. So you send that command here to the primary. So you're sending the delete. And that's what it shows up as. It shows up as literally one delete op on this primary. So your opcounters graph in MMS will show one delete. However, when that gets replicated across, because of the nature of the replication and how these operations actually go into the op log and are then sent to the secondary, which has been covered in 102 and we'll get into in a bit more detail later on in the course, that one delete will essentially explode into however many documents are actually being touched. So you can imagine if this collection has, let's say, 35,000 documents in it, and you do a delete star from or a remove and you delete all of them, you get one delete op on the primary and you will get 35,000 replicated operations on each secondary. So in the example that we looked at, there's a pretty direct relationship between the amount of inserts and then the replicated ops that are going on here on this secondary. However, if we did a single delete in the manner that I just mentioned and explained how it would actually go through, you would see a very, very low, if you'd even be able to see it with the kind of scale we've got here, one delete here translating into thousands of deletes here per second. So it's an interesting thing that the replicated operations do not necessarily always mirror what you see in the primary. And in fact, the relationship of the two can often be quite enlightening in terms of what's actually going on your replica set.